Okay, let's do another question. This is question 6. This one's a little bit harder. We have to kind of remember and recall some differentiation rules that you may have forgotten. And questions 1 to 5 are very similar, but question 6 is quite different. It's asking you to differentiate, for the curve y equals 4 minus x squared, within brackets, find the turning point and determine its nature. Okay, so it's not that different, but when it comes to the differentiation section, it's a little bit different. We have to remember or recall something called the chain rule. Okay, and it would be best demonstrated when I'm actually doing the question. But essentially, when we've got something in these brackets, what we're going to be doing, and I'm not going to go into a lot of depth about it, but because we've covered it before, but when we're differentiating this, we are differentiating it as a whole, so doing the outside of brackets and bringing down the 2, and then timesing it by the differentiation of the inside. Okay, so let's just have a go. I'll quickly show you as we do it. If we have y equals 4 minus x squared, we're going to differentiate that. So y dash. Okay, so if we just treated this as a whole number, let's call it just like a or something, and this was a squared, we would bring down the 2, and it would be 2a. Okay, so let's do that. Let's bring down the 2. Okay, now if we just had this, and we were to differentiate that, that would be, the 4 would go away, the x would go away, that would become minus 1. So the differentiation of the inside would be minus 1. Okay, we're going to multiply that, and then this is going to stay the same. We've got minus 1 times 2 bracket 4 minus x, close bracket. That will just be minus 2, 4 minus x. Okay, that's our differentiation. So our chain rule is you differentiate the stuff outside the brackets, bringing down the power, bringing down the power just here, and times it by the differentiation of the stuff on the inside. Trust me guys, you just need to do this quite a few times and you'll pick it up again. Similar to the product rule and the quotient rule, you just need to do practice. It might seem scary, but don't stress out. Once you do it a few times, it'll be fine. Okay, so we've got this. And now we're going to find our stationary point. So just to make sure, our y dash equals 0. So let's make that equal 0 to minus 2, is 4 minus x. Well, if we times by, or divide by minus 2, that's going to go away. So we're going to be 0, 4 minus x. Let's plus x to both sides. X will equal 4. Okay, so that's our second point. So I should be labeling this according to the rules that we wrote down previously. Now let's find our y value. So, putting the wrong lid. If we put x equals 4, or the value of that, back into our original, we can find out what y will be. And it's going to be pretty obvious here. Y equals 4 minus 4 squared. Well, that's just going to be 0. 0 squared is just going to be 0. Hence, our stationary point will be at 4, 0. Okay, that's fair. If we were to draw that, so can you guys see that, hopefully? If we were to draw that, it would be, let's draw it up here. Jeez, keep putting the wrong lid. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're y equals 0. So just there is going to be our stationary point at 4, 0. Now, let's think about the nature of that. Let's test either side and figure out what it is. So that's our step 4. So let's test our left-hand side. And 1 down from our left-hand side, x will equal 3. So x will be 3. And remember, we're putting that in our y dash, not our y, because we're testing the nature of the line. Okay, so our y dash, where was it? Is this. Okay, I'm just going to label it a little bit clearly so I know. Y dash equals minus 2, 4 minus, and we're going to put in where x is, 3. Okay, so let's do this. 4 minus 3 will be 1. 1 times negative 2 will be negative 2. Okay, so y dash on our left-hand side, I should write that a little bit, is less than 0. Okay, so that tells me it's negative, so it's coming down in some way. Okay, so it's negative. And let's test for our right-hand side. Where x will equal, let's go 1 that way, x will equal 5. Okay, so let's put that in. Y dash equals minus 2, 4 minus 5. Okay, 4 minus 5 is going to be minus 1. Minus 1 times minus 2 will be positive 2. Okay, so on our right-hand side, our y dash is greater than 0. Okay, so that means it's positive, so it's going up. So it's positive. So this should be, based off our rules that we learnt prior, this should be a minimum. Okay, so to bring that down, this should be a minimum value. Okay, hopefully I'm right. So let's just say this is our, let's go therefore, stationary point is at 4, 0, and let's go left hand side, y dash is less than 0, and our right hand side, y dash is greater than 0. Okay, and that should be correct.